Snow is falling all around me. Children playing, having fun. That's what it's all about, peeps, isn't it? Having fun. I feel better. Feel better. Welcome to the Red or Blue Pill. If you haven't been here before, we go through creepy TikToks, make you question reality. That's what we do. But we try and have a little bit of fun with it as well when I'm not ill. So I'm back, feeling it, see what we can do. If you are normally in the comment section, thank you so much, because it's so good to see you all talking with each other. Like, it's amazing. We've probably got, I would say, the best community on YouTube. The people in there are unbelievable. I've obviously, plucked out all the riffraff, all the troublemakers. I'm like a bouncer. I'm like, all right, you, get out. But everybody that's in there is amazing. Like, I just see now that everybody is starting to talk with each other. It's amazing. So if you don't come in, say hello, or say Merry Christmas, let's make this the biggest community response in the history of YouTube. And I feel like I'm Donald Trump a little bit. You know what I mean? I can't do his accent. I will practice. I might try it one day. Let's roll!
That most of the credit goes to our extremely efficient International Research and Development Committee. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for your hard work and dedication to our cause. In reviewing this year's progress, let me say that we have been highly effective in conditioning the people's minds to accept our solution to the world's problems. The energy crisis here in the United States was exceptionally successful worldwide, and we expect similar success with our upcoming food shortage. Our labor leaders have made great progress by causing confusion and work stoppages in all areas of the world. Financially, the dollar is being devalued even faster than we could have hoped. Politically, the public has lost total confidence in any form of government. The threat of universal war is a daily possibility.
Now, how accurate was that movie? Bearing in mind, this movie was made in 1981, and given what's going on in the world today, you would believe this was made for what's happening right now.
Well. What a video to start with. I mean, they have literally just nail on the head. Nail on the head. You couldn't write it any better. Literally, that is like a script of the modern day world that we live in. Truth hidden in movies. That is probably one of the best examples.
Could this be the first new war of 2025? And spoiler, those involved include the United States, Turkey, Syria, and Israel. Okay, so we all know that earlier this month, Syrian rebel groups overthrew the Assad government, who, along with his father, had been in power for over 50 years. Well, because of this sudden collapse, it's created this crazy power vacuum, leading to clashes, instability, competition for control among the various militant groups in Syria. Now, here's where it gets crazy complicated, so I'm going to try and make it as simple as possible. The United States backs a Syrian rebel group called the SDF. Turkey hate the SDF because it's made up of fighters from a different group which Turkey considers a terrorist organization, the Kurdistan Workers' Party. So Turkey have decided to back another coalition of rebel groups in Syria called SNA because they also don't like Turkey's enemy, the Kurdistan Workers' Party. But after the Assad government fell, the group that America is backing started clashing with the group that Turkey is backing, because Turkey doesn't want that group to set up an autonomous region near their southern border. Now, after the fighting broke out, Washington was able to broker a ceasefire, and it's supposed to last till the end of this week, but there have been violations, and the situation is very fragile. And there are major worries that this could escalate and spiral out of control. And you also might have seen Israel's involvement in Syria, because they have slammed the country with more than 450 airstrikes since the fall of Assad, one of which measured as a 3.0 earthquake. And this is because Israel want to prevent advanced weaponry, including chemical weapons, from falling into the hands of extremist groups that could threaten Israeli security. So yeah, hope that made sense, and I hope that 2025 doesn't start with a bang.
Well, what I take from that is what one country think a terrorist is isn't the same for another country, So, I mean, that's probably, a great example of, us living in one country and being told that they're the bad guys. Obviously, that isn't the case over there in that country. So what is the truth? Got to question everything, peeps.
Baldwin. How you doing, Mr. Baldwin? Hey, is the Baldwin family at all concerned about Justin Bieber with this P. Diddy thing? Have you?
There is always a calm before the storm.
Mr. Apatow, is Hollywood going to survive the Diddy scandal? Do you think it's going to survive, or it's looking pretty rough out there? What's up, Sean? Hey, are you following this Diddy thing, man?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Take care, Sean.
Okay.
All right, later, brother. How you doing, Mr. Winfield? How you doing, sir? Hey, what do you make about this whole Diddy thing? Do you think that it's going to carry over to the sport world? All right, you're a legend. New York Yankees, Dave Winfield. Hey, what do you make of the Diddy story? What do you make of the Diddy situation? No comment on the Diddy story? There's an entertainment reporter makes no comment on the Diddy story. She used to date Simon Cowell. She's an entertainment reporter. Morgan, Amy, Terry Seymour.
What that gets me on that one is the Baldwins, the Baldwin brothers. I don't know what's going on. You got one of them that's like calling it all out. Seems like the other ones are, part of it maybe. And I'm pretty sure one of the brothers is we watched a post with him calling out one of his brothers. I'm pretty sure part of the Hollywood scenario. You know what I mean? Wow, did you see that? The UK had a population of 63 million, and then in 2017, and then they've got a predicted population in 2025 of 14 million. It's a 77% drop. That, it would not surprise me, but they ain't got long, so something's gone wrong. I mean, I felt like death the last few days. I really did. I mean, it's all they talk about, the big, overpopulation's the big issue. Depopulation is what we're doing. They tell you in plain sight. So this isn't really a conspiracy anymore, I don't think. And when you see things like that written down on paper, it's chilling.
Here. Look. I don't think that's it. That's not what I'm doing.
Well, that looked eerily familiar to what was just in that film, no? You see what I'm saying? No. Struth!
I need to show you guys some amazing photos of people capturing what is evidently appearing to be the moon in our skies. And I'm like, when has the moon ever looked like this, y'all? Yes, this is in Colorado. This is a P1000 camera taking this photo. This is unedited, you guys. Unedited. Look at this picture. What is going on here? There looks like there's so many things happening here in this photo. As they're calling it a moon dog and all these things, but this is much bigger than that, y'all. Because why does it look like a portal behind the moon? And with all this sightings of UAPs and these drones and whatnot, like, why does it look like a portal, a huge portal? You know what it looks like? It looks like the Looney Tunes logo. It looks like the Looney Tunes logo, doesn't it, my people? Oh my goodness. Here goes another one. This one is in the UK at 6:30 in the morning. This too is unedited. Let's give you guys a closer look. This is exactly what the lady saw with her naked eye. What is this over here? Why does this look like another moon? You see what I'm saying? Again, it looks like there's a portal behind the moon. Like, it looks, what is going on here, y'all? Is that the city in the sky? This is amazing. That's not it, y'all. These are all photos of the moon all around the world. Look at this. Look at this. Here goes another one over here. It looks like there's a whole nother world back there, y'all. That's what it looks like. It looks like there is a whole nother world back there. And looking at this one just gives me a headache. Look at that. This is the moon rising from the guy's property. It looks like a tangerine in the sky. Literally. James and the Giant Peach. James and the Giant Peach. Like, how do you explain this? How do you explain that? Oh my goodness, how do you explain that? Yes, y'all, these times are amazing. We keep telling you guys. If you guys have any photos or videos you want to share with me, you can hit me up. My Instagram link is in my bio. Other than that, like, follow, and share for more videos like this, y'all. Thank you for changing my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Yeah, the moon's bonkers.
I went crazy at the party last night. What party was I at? I got a bald spot in the back of my head? Wait, do I have a long lost twin? That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. I'm not even trolling. Who is that? Wait. That's my doppelganger. Nah, he's my doppelganger, bro. There ain't no way. The bald spot is crazy.
Wow. That looks like him, right? That is bonkers.
What the fuck? Oh my fucking god, I'm freaking out.
First appeared 52 minutes ago. Mexico City officials, as well as U.S. officials, have confirmed that these are not aircraft from either government's air force. The first sighting was made by an Air Mexico 747 en route from Mazatlan to New York as the unidentified crafts entered Mexico City airspace. They were not detected by radar by either country.
Like, look how nuts the sky looks right now. Look how busy it is. You're gonna tell me that not one of those is a UFO? There's so many.
Yes. Does that or does that not look exactly like what's going on in our skies right now? Over in Jersey. Wow. New York. Lots of different places. UK. There's a lot going on over in the UK as well. But yeah. Could be predictive programming right there in that film. What's that film called? Signs. In 2001 that was made. Bonkers.
Oh, hello? Hello? The fuck? Holy shit. Oh my god. This thing fucking goes. It's different colors. I saw pink, green. Holy crap.
She weren't lying, you know. That had some speed on it. It was like, not quite UFO speed, but pretty fast.
And yes, it's being built. I've been driving along it all morning, and I can't really fathom what I'm seeing. I continue to have my mind blown by the scale of this. They say the line is going to be a futuristic city that stretches 170 kilometers and run on renewable energy and artificial intelligence. They want 10 million people to come live here, like a whole New York City of people inside of this line in the desert. Just the digging alone, the amount of earth that they are moving is jaw-dropping. The magnitude is like they're building mountains out there and moving so much earth. Now, I thought I had seen a lot of trucks before, but as I drove along the line, I started to get slightly dizzy, having a hard time processing the scale of all of this. All of these machines working nonstop, every hour of every day for years, moving sand, making mountains, and carving a straight line into the desert.
Yeah, Yeah, that is a legit, real thing being built right now. No conspiracy. It is a massive line, huge line, where they're going to have, like you said, I think like 10 million people living inside this line. It's bonkers, right? All this earth, and then they're going to try and cram everybody in this massive line. All right, it's a big line, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they're coming out of there. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be all sci-fi and all. It's just something out of this world. Like, they're building this. Like, this is happening, which is mind blowing. And if I remember rightly, I'm going to try and find a video on it. But it's got like levitation technology, and like it's the what they're talking about with artificial intelligence. It feels to me like it's going to be run by artificial intelligence. And I mean, what's their plan? Like, what is going on with this world? Is this literally where, there could be a UFO takeover and they're coming back for their planet and they're going to just herd all the humans into this big line or something? Because it's bonkers. Something's not right.
What is the line? A mirrored desert city to be built in a straight line 170 kilometers long in Saudi Arabia. It's part of NEOM, a massive project in the northwest of the country, which includes plans for a ski resort in the desert and a floating city. Dozens of Western companies are involved in NEOM's construction. The line is going to be 200 meters wide and 500 meters tall. That's taller than the Empire State Building, the Eiffel Tower, and Big Ben. But only 2.4 kilometers of the line is reportedly expected to be completed by 2030. Developers claim that you'll be able to get from one end to the other, that's 170 kilometers long, in 20 minutes on hyperspeed bullet trains. The car-free, carbon-free city will also apparently be powered by 100% renewable energy. And developers say residents will have access to everything they need within a 5-minute walk, and a vertical garden will be 2 minutes away at all times. Right now, the reality is far from that. This is what you can see of the line from images from space. Some of the foundations have been dug out for the linear city, and you can see some cranes and machinery around, but not much else.
The date worries me. Done by 2030. Oh no. It sounds really cool, but you can't help but try and work out what nefarious plan there is for this. Like, what is the agenda, if you know what I mean? It looks like mental, and why can't we just spread this technology out in the world that we already have, where we have freedom of movement and freedom of, I was going to say speech then, but what a load of old cruddles that would have been, eh?
Have you seen the line in Saudi Arabia? Do you know what that is?
Yes.
We think we know what money is. This is where the money is.
So what this is some mega city that's many miles long that they're building that's all completely integrated.
Nowhere.
One building. No roads, cars, or emissions. It will run on 100% renewable energy, and 95% of the land will be preserved for nature. That might be amazing to visit.
There's a whole city, couple of thousand workers living out there in these little air-conditioned cubicles.
That's insane. That's so Star Wars.
They're building that.
Bro, this literally is science fiction.
Yeah, I played that last one. That's the last one on it. But the reason they mentioned that's where the money is over there. Like, I have noticed a lot of stuff going on, like big sports events, like the boxing with Tyson Fury, like all the boxing at the moment is going over. It's all in Saudi Arabia because they spend silly money on it. Like, loads of football players are going over there because they're just offering loads of money for it. Like, something's bubbling over there. Like, I don't know. It's very weird, very strange at the moment in the world. But a lot of money seems to be in Saudi Arabia or Iran. I don't know. It's like that sort of way.
Are you watching? Because something just sent shivers down the spines of Western leaders. With this one move, Putin could literally shift power overnight, and there are warning signs popping up all over that crap is about to hit the fan in a big way. Don't be distracted by Christmas. You need to be paying attention because, in fact, the World Economic Forum is now issuing a major warning for the United States.
History is truly at a turning point.
Yes, Klaus Schwab's WEF is warning the U.S. is in for a major recession. I've got a lot of important developments to get to and some stunning data to show you on this. Austrian economist Lawrence Leppard, all of the pieces are in place, he says. The system is so close to blowing a gasket. When it does, the global print-a-thon is going to change the world as we know it. You will either be in a position or you won't. Grab a chair before the music stops. Ouch. So as an example, it all started with a note from Credit Suisse contributor Zoltan Pozsar. Now, Pozar, you'll recall, has been sounding the alarm about collapse of Western money structures that were put in place after World War II, better known as Bretton Woods. Now, he says the countries that have gold, oil, and other commodities will lead the world going forward. And we late this week issued a stunning alert about Putin, and his message has now gone viral. If Putin decides to flip the switch on the Western price cap on its oil by only accepting gold for oil, we would see the price of gold skyrocket to $3,600 an ounce. Basically saying, fine, hey, you want to put a price cap on our oil at $60? Fine. We just won't use dollars anymore. We will use gold. Now, Pozar says this is not improbable at all. And then gold to double to $3,600 an ounce because of Putin's price move. Here's a Twitter take from David Brady that nails it. Gold to soar, crush Western banks when Putin unveils PetroGold. Russia's decision to link gold to oil could bring gold back as a settlement medium and increase its intrinsic value sharply. Banks active in the paper gold market would face a liquidity shortfall. Basically, if you don't have gold, you're screwed. In other words, financial Armageddon. Their only solution is to print money they don't have, and this would mean collapse. Or as Clem Chambers put it, an almighty crash. Watch.
I mean, nothing's going right. Even Warren Buffett's losing money. I mean, Warren Buffett is losing money. I mean, come on. And I think what we're in now is potentially an oncoming storm. There will be an almighty crash.
So in this scenario, Russia's President Vladimir Putin responds to the recently introduced $60 a barrel of oil price cap by asking for a gram of gold for 2 barrels of crude oil. He writes that Russia won't produce more oil, but would ensure that there is enough demand that production doesn't get shut down. It would also ensure that more oil goes to Europe than to the United States through India. And most importantly, gold going from $1,800 to close to $3,600 would increase the value of Russia's gold reserves and its gold output at home and in a range of countries in Africa, Pozar describes. So, at current market prices, the cap of $60 per barrel for Russian oil equals the price of a gram of gold. Now, Pozar said what eventually happens here is the United States pegs Russian export at this price, and Russia, in return, pegs it at a gram of gold. And this would come at a time when the United States is working to refill its strategic reserves with cheap petroleum. See, what's important here is that the Biden administration has drained the strategic oil reserves in the United States, and the only way to get it back is by purchasing cheap Russian oil. And then Putin says, sorry, we're only accepting gold now. Boom. Putin says, sure, you want a price cap at this price? We'll accept it if you pay for it in gold. Now, Biden has depleted the strategic petroleum reserves. We're now at a 4-decade low of oil in those reserves. But the bigger problem for these banks is that if the world shifts towards gold-backed currencies, they are not prepared for it. The Western banks are living in a fantasy world right now of fake printed money as Russia, China, and India move towards a currency that is backed by gold.
Yeah, well, they're still out here trying to push their agenda then. I hadn't heard anything of them for a while. I thought it was like, hopefully they were just going to fade into the background, but right. Still out here. Still here, people. They're still here.
What if I told you that you're not supposed to go towards the light when you pass? Let's get lost in my thoughts. At least according to Prison Planet theory. If you can't handle existential stuff, get out. This is your warning. So the Prison Planet theory basically discusses where Earth is a trap. We are trapped here by other entities. And there's something called Loosh, where they harvest from us. It kind of ties in simulation theory, alien theory, and reincarnation. They argue that when you go towards the light, you actually spawn right back into it and have to start over again. And then you continuously get your energy harvested, and that this is essentially a prison that we live in. But basically, Earth is a spiritual trap. And when you go towards the light, your soul gets recycled. And this happens repeatedly. And it explains why life feels so hard. Because it's purposeful suffering. And something is harvesting off of that. That low vibration, that low frequency. But fear not, there's a way to avoid coming back to all this. Just don't go towards the light. This theory absolutely messes with me. It's really interesting to think about. What do you think? Is it going to keep you up tonight?
You know me, people. I don't trust or believe anything. But it's no harm when that time comes and I see that light, you know? With that little bit of information, it's going to make me double check, you know? Because naturally you just think, oh, the white light, go towards the white light. But actually, maybe just take a second, assess the situation, and, you know, make a what's the word I'm looking for? Make the right choice. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to think of a posh word to sound really, good at commentary, but I couldn't do it. So I dumbed it down. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Trump just said they're going to build a defense shield over our country.
We will build a massive defense shield, all made in the USA. We're going to build a beautiful dome over our country. And a lot of it's going to be made right here in New York.
And guess who came to mind? Nikola Tesla, huh? He had all kinds of patents. Tesla wanted to build a wall, specifically an impenetrable wall of force to be erected around the U.S. border. Huh. A wall of force can be erected at all about electromagnetic stuff too, you know what I mean? And he knew how to pull power from the ether, allegedly. And when he passed away, guess who got all of his life's work? John G. Trump. Huh. Talk about a coincidence that now, what are the odds that Mr. Elon Musk, who owns Tesla, who is like the real life Iron Man, by the way, his best buddies with Mr. Trump right now? Sure makes you wonder, doesn't it? All this video was for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget that, fact checkers, okay? Y'all have a good day.
Wow. He's building a dome around America. How'd you get in then? That's weird. How am I going to get into America if there's a big dome? Is there a door or what? Or is it going to be a big treaty around it and you're not going to be able to go anywhere near it? And apparently then, in a few centuries or, I don't know. Is it centuries? Yeah, I don't know. A few hundred years time later, the people living there will think that America is the whole world. And this big dome will be technology, and it'll have stars. Could be in a little mini world within a world, just like we're a mini world in the world, maybe. And he mentioned ether. Funny you should say that because I come across that today.
Did you know not too long ago there was a fifth element that was common across the world, that was commonly known? You have earth, water, air, fire, and ether. Ether was the fifth element. But since a long time ago, maybe the last 60, 80, 100 years, ether has been conveniently removed from much publications, and it's considered to be quackery. Now, ether was considered to be the energy that exists in between and all around us, like the Force from Star Wars, really. Nikola Tesla was big into it. That's what this coil, many believe, has to do with harvesting ether from the atmosphere and the air around us. And we all know what happened with Nikola Tesla, of course. And in fact, the pentagram is a symbol mostly associated with dark things. But in its core, it actually refers to the elements that govern the laws of our creation: earth, fire, water, air, and ether. Follow for more, and also check out the link in my bio for my Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok action, especially Twitter. Get me on Twitter ASAP and Telegram.
Sometimes I do wonder, it's as if I don't pick the videos, they seem to pick themselves, and they just magically link themselves together because I just randomly favorite stuff with no idea. I'm like chuck shizzle at a wall and see how much sticks. You know what I mean? That's the type of tactic that I have. I'm not very, specific, as you could probably tell normally. But in certain circumstances, I look back and watch and think that is coincidentally placed. Like, how can that be there? That looks like, I've taken time to put that there on purpose. And this is one of them moments.
Guys, I'm not sure what I'm witnessing here, but I believe that I'm witnessing a portal opening up and then a 1950s plane fly out of the portal. And it scared the heck out of me. Look at this. Unfortunately, I stopped for a split second.
That thing was just
because it started to look like it was flying towards me. Look at this footage. Look at the portal open.
Dude.
Is this not completely insane?
Oh God, please be a plane. Please be a plane. Please be a plane. thank you, Jesus.
What in the portal was going on there? I don't even know what was going on there. That was just some weird stuff caught on camera right there. But yeah, end of the show, peeps. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. Don't forget, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't, because you made it all the way to the end. So if you've not subscribed and you're still here, then come on, man. Come subscribe. Be part of the community, the family, the family. Right. Anyway, I'm going. But yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hey, ho, he. Yeah, go. Right, I'm off.